Today on AskBloop, how to become a director. Welcome to AskBloop, more here from bloopanimation.com. It's Friday and it's time for your questions. What is the difference between a full-time employee and a freelancer? So I talked a little bit about how freelancing works last week, but I can go over some of the main differences between being a freelancer and being a full-time employee. So the most obvious difference is that an employee needs to go to work every day. They have a certain amount of vacation days a year, as well as paid sick days, and other benefits like health insurance, 401ks. Some studios have other cool, less traditional benefits like paying for you to take art classes, company retreats, a gym, a house chef, and many others. As a freelancer, you're probably not going to get access to most of these benefits. A freelancer also gets paid for the time they work. So if they get sick in the middle of a project and need a few days off, they're not going to get paid for those days. Plus, they're responsible for their own medical expenses, either through private insurance or simply by paying a lot of money for each doctor visit. Now, that might look like being a freelancer is obviously worse than being a full-time employee, but there's a lot of benefits to being a freelancer. And they all really relate to what kind of person you are. Some people don't like the commitment to one place. They either get bored quickly or don't like to be a part of office politics and stuff like that. I personally really like the freedom to just say, no, I'm not going to be working next week, and not having to get permission from anyone. Also, the money is usually better as a freelancer since the studio doesn't need to take care of a lot of employee-related expenses. So if you're not the kind of person who really needs stability and knowing exactly where does your next paycheck come from, you might love being a freelancer. Where if you're more of a traditional type person, that lifestyle might be too stressful for you. Do you think Blender will become the new industry standard for 3D animation? No, I don't see things going that way, but Blender was never meant to replace industry standard, but instead to give room for indie creators to be able to make amazing looking 3D work without spending thousands of dollars. That's why Blender is completely free and open source, and the community works hard to make it better and better every year. Incidentally, we also have a great course on how to animate with Blender, so check that out. Do I have to learn how to draw well before learning animation? I've addressed this issue a few times before, including an entire video that explains exactly why I think you don't need to know how to draw to become an animator. So I won't repeat the whole thing, but just in a few words, you can do great 3D animation without any drawing skills, and you can even make awesome, funny 2D flash animation with very limited drawing skills. Ever seen a Cyanide and Happiness cartoon? My dream is to become a director of an animated film. Is becoming an animator the best path to pursue my dream? The journey of becoming a director is always a unique one. The truth is there's no clear path to becoming a director. Unlike some other professions where you get a degree and then find a job, becoming a director could be approached from so many different ways. It's true that a lot of animation directors like Andrew Stanton, Richard Williams, and John Lasseter were animators before they became directors. And it's probably the more common way to go about it, since animators are so involved in the storytelling aspect of everything. Honestly, that was the route I always imagined myself pursuing, getting hired as an animator at a big place like Disney, and then slowly moving up the ranks until I become a director. But I quickly learned that this way was not for me. First of all, I wasn't even accepted to any of the big studios. But even if I did, I realized that then I'll be working there as a junior animator for so many years, and it will probably take me almost a decade to get to a place where someone would even consider making me a director. And even then, the chances are close to zero. So for me, the path of working as one of 100 animators at a huge place just for the chance of being noticed didn't seem like a very fun path. So instead, I created a little ball and a little cube and made my own film. And now I'm making another one. And after that, I'll probably make another one. So guess what? I'm a director now. Nobody officially gave me any director license. I just made movies. And that's the only certain thing I can tell you about ways to become a director. Start making movies. That's all the questions for today. If you have one, post it in the comment section below or email me directly. If you want to stay updated on animation news, new tutorials, or see if your question was answered, click the subscribe button right here. See you next week.